Paulie, is this your biggest victory to date?
No, it's not my biggest victory, but it's a satisfying win. I've had some good wins in my career. A lot of times I've been with my back to the wall, and as far as my life expectancy at a world-class level has kind of been questioned. And there's been fights where I go into these fights and I need to win in order to remain at a world-class level. And I kind of always, when my back is to the wall, I perform. I've been in these kind of situations before where, realistically, I lost the Broner fight competitively, but 2 losses in a row would have kind of eliminated me from the names where people would mention the welterweights on a world-class level. So I kind of had to get this win to maintain that world-class status publicly, in the public opinion at least. I've had wins like this before. I don't know, I end up with my back to the wall, where you're fighting for your life at a high level, and I won. I remember the Juan Diaz fights, the Sinchenko fight, even the Lomar and Du fight. I had lost the Cotto the year before. I was getting another title fight a year later. If I would have lost that title fight, I don't think I would have got another title fight until I was like 30 years old. At that time I was 26, so I knew it was a back to the wall kind of fight there too. So. I kind of relish the pressure. I live for it. I love big fights. It's like I said, the win is bittersweet, but because it was Zab tonight. But I live for that pressure moment. Being a professional athlete and getting to perform on this kind of stage, when the pressure's on you. When you're going to sleep at night and you're thinking about, everything's on the line here. And you got to perform, and then you do it. It feels good.
Congrats, Paulie and Team Malignaggi. 2 questions. One, did Zab bring what you expected him to bring, or maybe a little bit less? Did you maybe expect to see combos that never came, number 1, and then number 2? Can you give us a technical assessment of what you did to get this win?
I felt Zab doesn't fight well going backwards. He's a big puncher. We all know he's a big puncher, a pretty good puncher. But he's a big puncher when he gets his forward momentum going. You put Zab on his back foot, he's not punching as hard, he's not punching as confidently. So I felt like if I get that head movement, keep him missing, keep him guessing on which way I'm going, and keep throwing those sharp counters when he does want to get off, it'll make him hesitant. So I got that rhythm going from round 1, and I never looked back. Even in round 12, I knew he was going to come for the knockout. I said, if I can get on my bike right now, and I can try to survive this and still win the round. But that might put me at risk, because it's going to put him on his front foot, and he's going to, he may be able to land a lucky shot. So, I said, what, I'm going to try to keep backing him up even around 12. I'm going to hold my ground. I'm confident in my head movement. By that point, I was also confident in the radar I had on his offense, and I kind of stood my ground around 12 too, just to eliminate the possibility of him being able to load up a big shot the way he wanted to. And so, the game plan worked perfectly. We had a great camp. My trainers, man, they worked my ass off, man. Because I was out of shape when this camp started. Because like I said, I didn't think I was fighting again. I was totally out of shape. I started with, I brought back, yeah, you're right, X. I brought back Orlando Carrasquillo on the pads. I worked with him in the amateurs. And my trainers, Eric Brown, the head trainer, and Vincent Calloway came conditioning coach, from LA. And we got the ball rolling, and man, it was a great camp. We put in a lot of hard work every day, dedication, and we got the job done.
Can you quickly explain how, for someone who doesn't understand, how someone who doesn't have incredible pop can keep someone backing up like you made him back up? How do you do that?
You're getting hit with shots you don't see coming. You're getting hit with shots you don't see coming, and they're sharp. You don't. Gloves are 8 ounces, man. Whether somebody can punch or not, the grown man hits you with 8-ounce gloves. Like, the media's a funny. The people in the media are funny when they talk about punching power, non-punching power. I'll put everybody in this room for a round with me with 8-ounce gloves, and I'll knock every single one of you out. Every single one, less than a round. Every single one, less than well, not
My instincts kicked in.
Sorry, I forgot X was behind me.